Perfection is meant to be strived for, but not attained. Those were words I could not understand, not as a child, not as an adult. See, when I was 10, I broke a pair of tweezers, 99-cent tweezers, and my stepdad beat me for it. And he screamed in my face that I was a loser, and I would never be responsible, I would never be good at anything. And I lived that, I believed it, and I carried a chip on my shoulder, ready to defend myself against anybody that would say anything to me, and feeling like I had to be perfect all of the time, which is a very lonely and sad place to live, because you're constantly worried about what others think about you. You're constantly worried when you make a mistake and that it's taken away some of your value as a person. But that's not how we're supposed to live. In fact, in Matthew 5:48, Jesus tells us to be perfect as our Heavenly Father is perfect. But that word perfect there in the original Greek is teleos, which means to be whole or complete. So what we should be striving for and we should be yearning for is to be whole and complete. You know, as a golfer, I'm constantly faced with mistakes all the time. We all are. You duff it off a tee, you hit it in the bunker, you scull it, you hit it in the water, and take a penalty stroke. And we think that that ruins our rounds. We think that the one mistake that we made during the round, it was a round ruiner, people like to say. And that ruined everything. That invalidated the other, 17 holes where we didn't play that way. And that's a very sad place to live, because it puts you in a place where you're constantly defending against what could happen that is negative, instead of believing that you could find something positive out of it. Now, on Saturday, I hit it in the water on this hole right here. Yesterday, I hit it left of that hole because I was too afraid to try and hit it on the green. But I managed to get up and down for par. And so I turned what was a fear into finding success. I could have dwelt on that mistake, and I would have been tense over that chip shot, and I probably would have bladed it over the green into the water and made it double or worse. But instead, I found patience and I found peace in that moment, realizing that the last shot didn't have to determine the next shot. What had happened before was gone. It was already over, and it couldn't hurt me. And so I focused, and I very calmly chipped it up to about 2 feet, and I made the putt for par, and I walked off. And I felt good. It was a great way to end the round. So what I would encourage you with today is to give yourself peace, give yourself grace, find a way to find success, even after making a mistake. And realize that your Heavenly Father isn't looking at you and all the mistakes that you've made. He's trying to help you become more complete.